All right, I'm on here live. I don't know if anybody's going to show up or not, but I just wanted to come on. And I missed yesterday because I had a lot of work to do and trying to get grades done and doing all this work. So um, I I know that we have some other stuff on the news today. We're going to probably find out some more information soon, and then we'll have our spring break. Hopefully, you're all staying safe and you haven't left to go to the beaches that are closed and you're just stuck in your hotels while you're there. So if you're on here, let me know so that I can see who's coming in to say hi. Just do a little chat message to me. And hopefully you're keeping up with all of your work. Remember, your teachers are assigning things on lots of different places like Power School, Unified Classroom. Hey, Braden. JC, you're always sad. Why are you sad? Trinity, is your beach closed? Hi, Alicia. How you doing? I miss all of you guys, and I hope that we'll get to at least get back together in person sometime before the end of your senior year for many of you. And it's just a weird situation. Yeah, it's just so weird. School Unified Classroom like I do. Some people have Google Classroom. Some people are doing Moodle. Just make sure you're keeping up with all of your work, because if you're in a dual credit or AP class, your expectation is that you're still trying to keep up as best you can. But next week it is spring break, so take that week off. And then on Monday, we'll be back to doing some other things online. Camille, yeah, it says that the governor wants all schools to be closed until at least May 1st. So hopefully Dr. Lindsay will be getting back with us with some new information soon so that we know what our plan is as a school. And yeah, right now I can't tell you anything, but I just know what you know from the news. And hopefully you guys don't know anybody who's gotten sick yet, but Trinity, they're on the beach now. Well, that isn't that nice. Well, hopefully they're staying away from people who are sick and don't know it. Definitely. It is very crazy. And I was just watching something earlier where a girl who's a senior in high school in Indianapolis was interviewed on WTHR, and they were talking about how those of you that are, you're born in 2001, right around 9/11, and now it's your senior year and it's another big, huge moment in your life. So like your birth was big and now you've got something else going on. So it's pretty crazy what is going on, for sure. What are you guys doing to keep busy? I wish we could talk on here. I know we could, and when we come back from break, I may try that with everybody else since I know how to record those lessons now. It allows us to talk to each other and not just do chatting like this. So have any of you who are on here done Zoom yet? Mrs. Philippi, Mr. Tippy, and I think are doing it. I don't know if anybody else is. We're at what, Christian? Netflix. Oh, Zoom. It's if you just go to zoom.com, and then I have a class code that I will use. I actually sent it out to you guys on Remind a little while ago, but I have a class code that you would just go into it, and then we would all show up there, and we could look, like just have a conversation. I could share my screen with you. I could write on it like a. I tell you guys what I have watched. I watched Frozen 2. And I also watched another movie last night, and then I watched Thor, the Dark World one. And so I've watched way more movies than I have watched in a long time too. Definitely huge amount of time that we don't have to spend when we're not in the classroom. But we're not as structured, and I think that's hurting me a little bit. Yeah, yeah. And if everybody's trying to talk on Zoom at once, Austin's talking about doing Zoom with a group of about 20 people last night. It can be a lot, but it's definitely worth it because you get to talk to each other. You can mute your own microphone. You can turn your video off, but it's kind of a cool thing. So when we come back after spring break, I will definitely get in and do that with you guys. But I wanted to come on and say, hey, let you see this lovely little face here. And Yep, JC, Frozen 2 is good. If you need something uplifting right now and you have a way to watch Frozen 2 and you like movies like that, it's a really good movie. I know I cried at least 3 times in the movie. It's so silly. Okay, so Nolan's asking about the 3.5 banquet. So if we are closed through May 1st, then we will be sending out information about any of your banquets that you have. So just keep an eye out in your email for information about those. And even if you've RSVP'd, it's not a big deal. We can just, you just tell your guests that we were closed and that we didn't have the banquet. But after today, hopefully I'll be able to get to more information for you guys. Okay. All right. I wish I could hear you all. It's so quiet. Okay, so yeah, if we're closed until May 1st, somebody's asking about your finals. Ivy Tech has a meeting tonight, and I know for your dual credit classes, they're going to let us know tomorrow more information about when your finals would be, how we would give those finals. And so as information comes in, I will definitely get it to you. Also, if you're taking an AP test, tomorrow they're going to give us information about their plan and their statement on how this AP testing is going to look for AP testers as well. So both of those things are being discussed, and hopefully by tomorrow we'll know a lot more answers to a lot of our questions that we're having. Good. Who's B? Who was that? So if we're close till May 1st, when do we come back? I don't know who that is. B. Does anybody know anybody with just the letter B by their name? Oh, hi, Bavaline. It's you. Hi, Cooper. And you guys can see each other's chat stuff, right? So yeah, Cooper, we just were talking about that. The governor wants us to do that, and then we're going to find out more information. Oh yes, I did like your joke. Did you guys see Cooper Spencer's joke that he posted? It was something like, why didn't the mathematician go to the beach? And it's because he had a sine and a cosine, so he was getting a tan. Yeah, he was getting a tan. Sine over cosine is tangent. So funny. Not as funny as 789 though. They've canceled a lot of SATs and ACTs. I'm surprised they didn't cancel yours. JC, I didn't know. I thought they had canceled all of them. So I think, Nolan, in one of my other live videos, we talked about not that the virus is really bad for most of us. If we're healthy and we're younger, we're probably going to get over it pretty well. It's just that we have a pretty big population of people that could be really affected by it. So people who have asthma, people who have lots of other breathing issues, older people whose immune systems aren't as strong. If we don't ever have symptoms, then we could still give it to them. So we do have to be mindful of everybody else. And even if nobody ever gets it, we at least in Grant County, people may have it. They're just not being tested. We don't know. Yeah, it could be. They talk about it a lot on the news. If you ever watch the press conferences with the doctors that are on there. Yeah, I figure a lot of people would just cancel a lot of their things. Do you think we're going to get to graduate on time? If we, oh gosh, we were talking about that a little bit today. So again, information will follow. We don't want you to lose out on an opportunity. But, fortunately for you guys, and maybe unfortunately for those of you that don't like to work at home on your own, you still do have classes that you have dual credit options in. You have AP classes where you can get possible college credit. So keep up with your work. That's all I can say. No matter whether we go back or we don't, just keep up with your work, keep turning things in, keep checking on it. If you have friends or family members who are in classes that aren't AP or dual credit, just take time and remind them that they need to be checking in with their teachers as well, because, grades are still being put in. teachers are still looking at those things. We're still, some teachers are doing remediation type stuff. Some are doing enrichment. And then those of us that have classes like yours, you're learning still. So just be mindful of everybody and just remind them, always check in, check in, check in. Some of your classmates I haven't seen anything from them since we've been out this week. So just keep talking to each other, remind each other that we're still in this together. We are still in this together. I know some people might not turn anything in, but that's my hope, that we'll be able to get things turned in. And I don't know what the rest of the year is going to look like, Cooper, if we're going to have e-learning days that we get officially approved, or I don't know. It's so up in the air, and we won't know until we get official statements from people. So I'm going to get ready to get off of here. I've been working all day long and still have some things to grade. I do hope that we get to come back soon, though, because I do miss being with you guys. No matter how much I feel like I get frustrated with you sometimes, I always want to be there. That's my main goal with being able to teach you. So look for, when we come back after break, I'm going to do some Zooms. You just would go to zoom.com, and then we have little pieces, you could show me your screen, I could show you my screen. So if you were working something out, then you could do it and show that to me. And I know some of you, I had a meeting today on Zoom and my dog was in my lap the whole time. Nolan's talking about his dog, right? Yeah, that's Nolan. Super hyper puppy wanting to play. They're loving that we're home, I'm sure. And they're going to get used to this. And if we have to go back, they're going to be sad about it. But, we'll get through it. Hang in there. Let me know if you have questions. Again, keep doing work, keep checking in. I know spring break's next week, so take a break. And then we'll be back at it in a week. So anything you haven't turned in, make sure you get it turned in. Check in with your classmates, make sure they're checking in. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for always sticking in there and doing it. It's weird. It's a totally new learning curve. But, maybe when you get to college, this will pay off. It'll be different. You could do